Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, once again, I am Mike McKinstry, and we are on Coffee with Bassquatch, volume number 6, or 6 if it's backwards. So in these little visual podcasts, I like to call them, I chat with you guys until I finish my oversized double cup of coffee. As you can see, it's pretty darn full, so it's a good amount of coffee. So this is a new camera angle versus what we're used to with the other 5 versions because I redid my studio. Some of you guys saw that in my Facebook feed earlier this week, but I redid my entire studio area because I was out of room and it was getting a little bit too hectic and clustered in here. So I used my old backdrop. As you can see, the Bassquatch logo is up. This is the old backdrop. The newer one that I was using was twice as wide, so I could have the camera farther away. So now it's a lot closer to me, which don't know if I like or not yet. Still trying to get used to this this like aspect ratio, I guess, of how close I am and how much I fill the screen. But on Coffee with Bassquatch, if you're new to this, what we do is I come on here and chat. This is very, very, very similar. Like, this is the closest thing I have to a podcast right now, so far. And this is just an excuse for me to come on and chat and talk to you guys. What's up, Wacky Fisherman? How you doing, man? So this is my way of coming on here, just chatting with you guys, just shooting the crap with you. I do one of these a week during the weekdays in the morning, so they're super slow videos. They usually pick up traffic after they're live, so when they are live like this, I get time to talk about anything we want to talk about, whether it's kayak related or not. So if you're watching this, feel free to post any questions, topics. The more interaction you guys have on this video, the easier it's going to be for me to help answer questions and also direct what topics we talk about. Wacky Fisherman said, I'll be bringing your weight soon. Awesome, dude. Yeah, if you want to stop by today, just shoot me a text after work. So, just so you guys don't think it's crazy weird. So, good friend of mine, the Wacky Fisherman, noticed that I collect flat plate weights. And he found some that he's going to bring to me. So, I don't collect them because I'm a weird collector of weights, although I do collect a lot of things. But I also build rustic furniture and tables and light fixtures and stuff like that. And I use the weights to compress the boards while I'm pressing the biscuit joints. So, a little story behind that for you. Alright, so 2 big things today. I'm not going to announce them right now, but I'm going to tell you what they are at least. So I guess I'm kind of announcing them. Jeez. So I am going to announce a new raffle today. Not right this second, but I will be announcing a new raffle. We're going to give away a bunch of cool stuff, all for free to you guys, not to me, but free to you guys, and I'll ship it right to your door. The last raffle we did, we had a great turnout. We had a lot of people enter. It was for the LED lights from yaklights.com, and also a Bassquatch Hunter TV hat, similar to this one right here. Which these are for sale for $25 a piece. You can message me on here or through my Facebook page, the Bassquatch Clothing Co. These are not available on the website yet. On BassquatchClothing.com. I am out of stock on almost every shirt that I had. I have about 15 of these hats left. I have like 3 or 4 of each color left. That's it. So these hats have been selling fast. I have not posted them online because it was such a small, limited run. If I post them online and they sell right away, I'll be out immediately. So if I do it like this, you actually have to message me to buy one. It might let me hold on to them a little bit longer. I've been so busy with videos, I haven't had time to make more apparel. So, second thing I want to go over is filming schedule. Just to keep you guys updated with what's going on with Bassquatch Hunter TV. Because hopefully you guys are just as excited to see new content on my channel as I am to film and edit new content for my channel. So, what I have coming up is... So, right now it's like a 7 out of 10 on the excitement scale. but it has potential to be an 11 out of 10 on the excitement scale. So next month, I'm going to be going down south, which is what I do every year, actually. November, December, January, I'm always down south because Michigan has ice, which is not really friendly for kayaks. So, let me go back to that comment. Raul Ramirez said, the new paddle you did a video on looks sweet. Yes. So I'm going to segue off what I was talking about like I always do. So that paddle I did a video on is called the Assassin paddle. It's made by a company called Backwater, and you can buy it on yakgear.com. And I've had that paddle for a few months. I've been testing it. I've been filming with it. I've been using it like crazy. I'm not going to lie, and I've told the manufacturer the same thing. I literally, purposely beat the crap out of that paddle. I mean, I literally ran it over with an 8,000-pound diesel truck on accident. It was not on purpose. I had it leaning against my trailer, the fender on the side of my trailer, and completely forgot about it. And I went to drive away, and I backed over it with my truck. I got really freaked out because it was the day that I was filming that video. So I was like, oh my God, I lost the paddle. I have to call and get another one. And, you know, this is a prototype, so I got to get another one quick. I jumped out of my truck expecting the worst, and I'm not even gonna lie, it didn't make a scratch. And it was on gravel. It was on like limestone gravel, and it didn't even leave a scratch on the paddle. I've slid it back and forth on asphalt and tried to get some plastic shavings off the paddle, and I've jammed it in big slabs of rock to stop my kayak from moving, and the paddle flexes like crazy, and nothing happens to it. So that paddle is awesome. So, and it's a really cheap price point. Like, it's like half the price of any other paddle that's that light or that not even that durable. But I'm gonna use it as a it's a tough call. So I love my Accent paddle. I use an Accent Trophy Angler paddle. I love my Accent paddle. I think it's incredible. I've used so many other paddles, so many other brands, and I've never found one that fits the way that my Accent paddle does. It fits me perfectly. And that's taken quite a beating too. But that being said, the Assassin paddle, if I'm doing a river or if I'm doing somewhere that's kind of sketchy where I know I'm gonna, like, or heavy winds even, I'll use the Assassin paddle because I can hook, it's got a patented hook and a tooth design. I can use the hook, grab a tree or a branch and stop myself from flying away in the wind. I can pull myself in shore with it. If I know I'm going to be in a shallow river where I need to jam my paddle into some rocks, I'll bring my Assassin paddle because I know it can take one heck of a beating. So make sure you guys check that out. Go to yakgear.com and check out the Assassin paddle. That thing is insane. The only downfall that I found to it is the big hook that's on it, which is, it's so useful for getting lures out of trees, getting lures out of branches in the water. You can run that paddle blade along your fishing line, and when you feel your lure, you can put your hook on your paddle around your lure and just go boop, pull it off. And I've done it plenty of times. It's awesome. The only downfall is that hook also grabs a lot of weeds. So if you have a lot of vegetation on the surface, then you're going to get some weeds on your paddle. Not a huge deal, but if I had to find something to complain about, that's it. Anyway, so going back, thanks Raul for bringing that paddle up, dude. It's such a cool paddle. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm trying to get my hands on a second one right now, because when I'm using that paddle, everybody else wants to use it, and I don't want to give it up. So I'm gonna have to get a second one. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. So November, next month, me and my wife are going down to, hey, what's up, Pull and Drag? How you doing, man? Good morning. Me and my wife are going down south next month, November 9th. I want to say, and don't quote me on the times, or the dates, I mean, because I don't have a calendar in front of me. My computer's over here, but I can't reach it unless I walk off camera. I'm pretty sure it's November 19th to the 27th. I could be wrong, but it's I think we're leaving Saturday morning, somewhere around the 19th of November, and then we're going to come back the following Sunday. So it's going to be a 7-day trip, and I'm going to try to hit 4 states 4. It's going to be intense. So I'm going to be in Tennessee. I'm going to film on the Chick. I'm going to film Kentucky. I'm going to film Georgia, maybe Alabama, maybe North Carolina. I'm still working out details, and I know I put it off too late because it's only a month away. But I'm trying to get a hold of a few people that I've talked to about filming with down there. Some of them are... I just can't imagine if I actually get to film with them. 2 of the guys I've met in person, and we've talked in person. We've talked via email, messenger, stuff like that. And they're both guys that I've looked up to when I was a kid. They're guys that I watched on TV when I still watch on TV now. And they were very interested in wanting to film a kayak video. So there might be some really, really cool special guests coming up next month for some videos. I'm also trying to get, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Chad Hoover. I'm trying to get him in another video. I've done like 2 videos with him, maybe 3 videos now. But Chad's a really cool dude. He's so fun to film with because he's been doing it for so damn long where he makes me film better because he keeps me on my toes a little bit. Same thing with Gene Jensen. Those dudes just, whenever I film with them, it just kind of, I don't know, it opens up my mind a little bit more. And I also like watching them do what they do, and I can learn from them right in front of them. So the best way for me to learn is to watch or to just do things. I just jump in head first, and it's sink or swim, and I usually swim, hopefully. But I'm hoping to film with those guys again, too, while I'm down there. So let's go ahead and talk about the raffle, because I know that's why a lot of you guys clicked on this video, is to hear about the new raffle announcement. So I'm going to keep it kind of vague because I'm going to I'm going to release more on Facebook. So if you're watching this video, you have to go to the Bassquatch Facebook page. And you'll have to like that page, give it a thumbs up in order to enter the raffle. You'll also have to make sure you're a subscriber on this channel. So you have to be a YouTube subscriber and you have to like the Bassquatch page. So if you go to Bassquatch on Facebook, you'll see the page. The profile picture is actually like a close-up of the embroidery of the hat, so you can find it easier. But make sure you like that page and make sure that you subscribe to this channel or you will not be eligible to win the prize. So we're going to be giving away some baits that are really exciting. I'm going to post pictures of the baits within the next couple days. I'm waiting for some of them to come in still, so it could be a couple days. We're giving away some shirts, and there are limited sizes of the shirts, but I'm going to post those on the Bassquatch page this week. I'll post some of these today, and I'll post some of them throughout the week. So the Bassquatch Facebook page is where you're going to see the actual prizes that'll be in this raffle. So this raffle is completely free to you guys. It costs you guys nothing. All you have to do is enter. So there's going to be shirts, there's going to be Bassquatch Hunter TV hats, there's going to be Bassquatch Clothing Code decals, there's going to be some really cool baits, some baits that you guys might not have used or seen yet. There's going to be a good amount of prizes. We're looking at about 5 or 6 different prizes. So if there's only 20 to 30 entries, your odds are pretty darn good. But the more people that enter, the more prizes I will give away. So you're going to want to share this video. You're going to want to look at the Bassquatch Facebook page and look for those updates. Give it a thumbs up right now so that way when I do make posts on that page for the raffle, you'll be able to see immediately the prizes and how to enter. So to enter the raffle, what you're going to have to do is comment on this video. Not on Facebook, nowhere else. On this video, you're going to have to comment done. So when you comment on this video done, that means that you subscribe to this channel, and that also means that you hit the big thumbs up like button on the Bassquatch Facebook page. So if I see you comment done on here and you're not a follower on the Facebook page, then you are not going to be in the raffle. So as soon as you comment done, that means you've done both those two things. Takes 10 seconds. That's it. So subscribe to this channel and like the Facebook page. It's pretty simple. So by you liking the Facebook page, you'll also get notifications when I post on that page. So when I post the pictures of the prizes and let everybody know the details of the raffle, you will get notified first. Can't beat that. So this hat is one of the hats we're giving away too. The green, which is my favorite one. It's military green, but it's like a micro suede material with a khaki back. It's one of my favorite ones. There's also a black and gray one like this. There's a hard front, black and white, and a blue and navy. Or blue and gray, sorry. So, that's the fun raffle. It's super easy to enter, super easy to do it, and next week during the Coffee with Bassquatch, as long as we have enough people entered for next week, then we will do the live drawing of the winners next week. But if we don't have enough people signed up next week, then we'll put it off to the following week. Also, I'm waiting for some of the prizes to come in still. So as soon as they come in, then I'll be able to announce them. So if they don't come in until next week, obviously I'll delay the drawing an extra week. Anyway, so comment on this video while we're talking right here. Like right now is perfectly fine. If you guys have any questions, any comments, if you want to say anything at all on this video, make sure you comment while we're talking. If it's a question, I will answer it. If I don't know the answer, I keep a notepad and a pencil right in front of me during every live video. So if you ask me a question that I don't know the answer to, I'll write it down, I'll find the right person that knows the right answer, I'll get the answer, and I'll either answer it back to you, or I will tell that person to get a hold of you, or I will find a way to make sure you get the information you need. So even if it's a question I don't know, for example, if you asked me how much a Hobie Pro Angler 17 weighs, I have no idea, but I can Google it, and I will Google it, and I will answer it if you ask it. So hopefully nobody actually asked that question, because I really do know the answer to that one, because I just had to tell someone. Either way, post any questions on here, any comments, any topics, anything you guys want to talk about. And then I'm a little more than halfway done with my coffee already. I guess I've been taking big sips. So when the coffee's done, the video's done. Bill's Catch said 17. Yes, there is a PA 17, and it's huge. It's like a boat. It is a boat. Pull and drag. What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Dude, everybody knows that. The airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow is 56 miles an hour, depending on the size of the swallow, because the wind resistance on the feathers and also on the density of the air. So you got to look at a barometer and find out exactly the density of the air, so you can actually see the friction of the air molecules moving around the bird as it is. I have no idea what I'm talking about, dude. I literally just tried BSing that one as long as I possibly could. And I might have actually successfully pulled that off if I kept on going, but I got sick of thinking about what to say, so I just stopped. Oh, look at that. My wife joined the video and answered my question. So I'm going to be going out of town the 18th to the 25th. Thank you, wife. I appreciate it. So my wife's at her normal day job right now, and she's watching my live video, which is pretty sweet. So make sure everyone says hi to my beautiful wife, Erica, too, because I guess she's on the video. Oh, you're welcome, hubby. All right, so any other questions on here besides terminal velocity questions? Because terminal velocity questions, very ironically, I've had a debate in my family with my brother-in-law about terminal velocity like 10 years ago, and I still bring it up to this day because he's a crazy, wicked smart engineer guy, and he knows so much more than I do about almost everything except fishing or hockey or photography. He knows a lot of smart stuff that I don't know. So we got in a huge terminal velocity argument, which is very ironic that that's the random question you asked was the velocity of an unladen swallow. Anyway, so any other questions, I'll either answer them, or if they are not a serious question, then I might not give you a serious answer. What's the date today? Today's the 11th. That means a week from a couple days ago, I'm getting my tattoo finished too, which is awesome. Of course, my wife asked, how is Cedar? He is sleeping right in front of me in his little bed in my studio. But I might be able to call Cedar over here. Hey, Cedar, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here, bud. Osgood says the Wings are back in the playoffs this year, so do you agree? So I don't know about the Wings going to the playoffs this year because come on, bud. Come on, good boy. Come on. Come on. Good boy, buddy. Come on. Come on. Up. Come on. Good boy. There's Cedar Peter. Oh, good boy. Good boy, buddy. So I don't know about the Wings being in the playoffs this year because they have a super young team still. They're lacking the veteran leadership that they need in order to rebuild. So until I feel like they are a bunch like the Red Wings right now this year are a huge bag of loose play sand that just got thrown into a big bowl, which is the new arena. And until that sand actually settles and gets set in place, I don't think they're going to do much. I'm not gonna put my hopes up or anything like that, or I'm not going to put too much into the Wings being in the playoffs this year because last year was so disappointing. Last year was the first year of my lifetime, or my adult lifetime at least, since I was old enough to watch. Or no, I've been watching hockey since before that, but first time in 25 years that the Wings did not make the playoffs, and it was pretty upsetting. I'm not just a Red Wings fan, I'm a hockey fan, so all my favorite players are not on the Red Wings by any means. They're all throughout the NHL, the AHL, the OHL, college hockey. I have favorite players everywhere. Just like music, I like talent. I don't like any genre. I don't dislike any genre. I just follow the talent. That's it. So if rap has no talent in it right now, then I don't listen to that much rap. Unless I listen to like 90s rap when 90s rap actually had talent. Or 2000s for some stuff. So with hockey, I've been playing hockey this is my 31st season playing hockey. I've never taken a year off. I've played hockey my entire life since I was 3 years old. I've played hockey. I don't remember a time in my life where I didn't play hockey because I've been playing for so damn long. But this year, I think the Wings are going to. I think they're going to accomplish a lot, and I think some players like Larkin and Booth. I think Booth is going to stand out this year. I think Furk is going to actually do pretty well this year. I think a lot of players are going to grow and are going to settle into their spots, but as a team, as a whole, that sand is not going to settle in one season. So, not to get too deep in the analogy here, but if you shake a bunch of sand through a sifter, all the sand settles on the bottom and the rocks stay on top. So that's what needs to happen to the Wings is they need to put the whole entire roster, which is the sand, through a sifter and see which rocks stay on top and which ones fall through and settle. I think certain players like Dylan Larkin, for example, obviously Zetterberg, are going to stay on top and be the rocks. And they're going to be the solid masses of the team that kind of are more important, I guess, because you need that leadership. You need setting the example, setting the tone. You need someone to set the pace of a hockey game. You can't just go out there and all play the same level. Someone's got to step up. That's why we used to have goons back in the 90s, which is the hockey that I miss like crazy. But you had the goons because when Bob Probert or Ty Domi or Stu Grimson, any of these, Patrick Kane, these big dudes would go out and take someone out, it changes the whole entire pace of the game. So you need the people, the rocks, that stay on top of the sifter that are going to set the pace of the game to help encourage and help motivate the younger players and the players that haven't fully settled yet. So I think this year is going to be a lot of separation and a lot of settling. But other than that, yeah, the Wings, they look good this year. They look better than they did last year, but last year was tough because they lost Datsuk. In the last 5 years, they've lost everybody. They've lost all their veterans. They've lost all their anchors. They've lost everybody. And Zetterberg's not going to be around that much longer either. So, whatever. It is what it is. I can't get too excited about just the Wings because the Wings aren't my favorite team. I'm obviously very emotionally attached to the Red Wings because I grew up in Detroit. I've been in Detroit. I've lived in Detroit. I'm in Michigan my whole life. But, It is what it is. They're a young team now. Every team's got to go through a rebuild stage. Look at the Los Angeles Kings. Like when Gretzky left, the LA Kings just went in this huge hole. Look at the Lions. When Barry Sanders left, the Lions went into a hole that they've never came out of. The Tigers, you know, you look at the 90s, you had Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, Matt Noakes. You had all these big, huge, heavy names, and they won the World Series in '84. And after all of them retired and they left, Kirk Gibson, all those guys, they've been in a hole. So the Wings are doing the same thing. After we lost the Shanahans, Shanahan, Lidstrom, Yzerman, all those guys, we went in a slump. Bill said I could watch Sanders clips for days. Yes. If you've never seen a Barry Sanders clip, if you're not from Detroit, if you're not from Michigan, or if you're not a fan of football, I'm not a huge football fan. I don't follow football that much. But if you watch a highlight reel of Barry Sanders, it's seriously like you'll understand why the Detroit Lions have not been great since Barry Sanders left, because that dude is an alien. I swear, that dude is not human. Some of the stuff that guy could do on a field. He was a one-man show. He would, like, everyone's job on the field was to make sure that Barry Sanders got the ball. You didn't need to block for him because nobody could keep up with him. Like, the blockers from Detroit back then, they were not fast enough to get ahead of Barry Sanders to block. So Barry Sanders did everything. He blocked, he deflected, he ran, that dude was a machine. Anybody that tried to hit him, he would hit them back while he was running with the ball. If there was such thing as an offensive defenseman, like if that was a title position, that would have been him. When he had the ball, he hit harder than most people without the ball. So either way, yeah, look up Barry Sanders clips, man. That guy was it's just kind of like watching Jerome Bettis from the Steelers. Watch some of the clips from the bus from Bettis, man. That guy, same idea. He's just a freight train. He runs right through people. He wasn't nearly as fast as Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was like the most agile, big guy I've ever seen. But, him and Jerome Bettis are those two guys where you watch them and it's just mind blown. Anywho, so like I said, this is my podcast, man. So we can talk about sports, we can talk about fishing, we can talk about anything. We can talk about brick wall backdrops. We can talk about tattoos, like my new one that I'm working on right here in my arm. We can talk about my fish tattoo, which I'm incredibly happy with. We can talk about anything we want. It's 11:17, so I'm going to be ending this video sometime soon, depending on you guys, obviously. If you guys are talking, then we'll hang out more. And my coffee's almost gone. So if you guys stay quiet, coffee's gone, video's off. Which could be a good thing if you're sick of hearing my voice already. So, another topic. So I talked about this on Facebook the other day, too. Two topics, sorry. So, one, I'm going to do a live Facebook video once a week. Those will be on the weekends. So, on the weekends, I don't do YouTube videos because I'm usually out filming. So, we're going to start doing live Facebook videos on the weekends. And then during the week, we do the Coffee with Bassquatch on YouTube. So, that way, you get a double dose of my ugly mug right here. And it's mainly because I have two different audiences. My Facebook audience and my YouTube audience are not always the same people, which I wish they were. I wish all my Facebook audience would come to my YouTube channel, and my YouTube audience would go to my Facebook channel and kind of merge them. But for some people, they don't go on YouTube. Some people don't go on Facebook. Some people prefer YouTube. Some people prefer Facebook, whatever. So I want to be able to reach as many people as I can. That's why I do this at the end of the day. It's, I was in music my entire life, too, and I've always... Whenever I wrote music and played shows, my biggest motivation wasn't to try to be a famous singer or anything like that. I knew I wasn't going to be a famous singer. I knew enough people in the industry to know that I was not going to be a famous singer. It's the same thing with hockey. When I got up to a certain level of hockey, I kind of just knew. I knew enough guys that were going pro. I knew enough agents. I knew enough guys in hockey where I was like, yep, I'm not going to play for the NHL. It's not going to happen. So, same thing happened to music. But the biggest motivation for me was to be able to entertain, to be able to go in front of you know, I was in a band. I was in so many bands my whole entire life, but the last music project I did was by myself. I sang and played acoustic guitar by myself. And it was definitely a lot more vulnerable, a lot more real, a lot more fun because I got to write music for myself. Instead of me writing music and having to write a drum part, writing the bass guitar parts, you know, trying to get everyone involved. And since I play so many instruments, I like writing my own music for all the parts. So I started recording my own music where I would play the guitar track, I'd play the drum track, I'd play the bass track, I'd play the lead guitar track, I would double or triple my vocals and harmonize myself. I would record, I did record my whole last CD probably 12 years ago. I recorded that myself. I did every instrument. And it was so much more fun. And it was a better way for me to express my own art to a more, I guess, accepting audience because it wasn't other people. It was all me. So the guitar part was an expression of me. The drum part was an expression of me. So either way, I'm telling you this because that's why I do my videos too. When I do my videos or my live videos even, or when I post pictures, anything I do on social media or on YouTube or in person for the sport of kayak fishing is the same reason. I'm not doing it to try to make money, obviously, because I'm not making money doing it. You guys aren't paying me to make videos. I'm not doing it because I want to be famous. I'm not doing it because any other motivation besides the fact that I want to impact as many people as possible. And if I learn something or get exposed to something or get an opportunity to do something, my first motivation, my first idea is to sit there and go, how can I help out everybody else? How can I turn this around? If I get to work with this company right here, how can I make this opportunity available to everybody? Like, how can this benefit the sport as a whole instead of just myself? And any of the guys that are in the sport that do this for a living would tell you the same thing. Anything that benefits yourself is not going to help the sport. It's not going to help you grow, which in turn is not going to make anything better at all. It's going to keep you in the same spot, and that's it. If you find ways to channel what you're doing and what benefits you're getting and find a way to channel them so it can help the sport as a whole, whether it's a certain group or specific area of the sport, anything, just help you know, you're passing it down kind of thing. Anything you can find to do that is going to be so much more beneficial. So here's an example. So my YouTube videos. So I don't make my YouTube videos for myself. I don't make them for sponsors. I don't make them for anybody specific. I make them for the sport because I want people to see the sport in a new light. And my style of videos, my style of filming, writing, editing is different than anybody else's out there. Everybody's got their own form of art. So I put so much time, work, and energy into my videos because I want you guys to see an experience of kayak fishing that maybe you weren't exposed to yet. And maybe someone who's never been in the sport sees my videos and they get inspired to be in the sport. And that's like the best messages that I get is when people message me on a YouTube video and say, oh my God, I love the video you made. It makes me so excited. I want to learn how to do this. And now I know what I want to do. Like now I know I want to be in the kayak fishing world. And, you know, this is exactly what I want. Whether it's like I want to try to make it as a profession or I want to do it on the side as a hobby. But when I encourage people or motivate someone or inspire someone to get in the sport, I know I'm doing the right thing. And that's what motivates me. So all the stuff I do is all for you guys. So the more you guys support me as far as subscribing to my channel, sharing my videos, liking, commenting, all the interaction that you guys do with me is only going to help me grow my channel and grow what I do so I can do more for you guys too. So when I give away prizes, give away raffle items, that's because I literally, I don't want to say beg because most of my sponsors are really cool companies and I don't have to beg, but I always ask if I can donate things to prizes for tournaments, events, charities, if I can do online giveaways or, you know, what I can do. And a lot of times I buy the prizes. I get a discount from the sponsor, obviously, and I buy the prizes to give away to you guys. So that's just another thing that I'm trying to do just to help you guys out and give away stuff so I can, why should I be the one having all the fun, you know? So that was my rant for the morning. So you guys are incredibly quiet, probably because I'm talking so much. So if you have any questions, please post them on here. I'm going to sit here in silence for like a couple seconds here and just wait for someone to post a question. I'm not wearing a watch. I don't know why I do that. The pantomime for everything is ridiculous. Like the pantomime for driving is like this, but if you drove like that, you'd be all over the road. I just heard someone at my door. One second. Well, that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, I heard someone at my door and there's no one there. I'm trying to pull up comments. There we go. So my wife said, how you feel about the weather today? The weather sucks. It's raining, it's cold, I can't go fishing. Bill's Catch 22 said, intruder, are you expecting a delivery? I always get deliveries and don't expect them. Like, I don't remember that I ordered stuff, so I could have something coming in. I really thought it was an intruder, though. Like, no joke. Like, I actually thought, I was like, oh my god, someone's trying to open the door. And I still don't know what it was. So, Robert Townsend just, I gotta find it, hold on. These comments disappear so quick on here. Said, morning y'all, plus adding the drone gives it an awesome view. What lure would you recommend for someone getting into bass fishing? That's a really vague general question, but first thing, thank you. Yes, using the drone does help. I love my drone, and you know what? It's right next to me, so I'm going to show you my drone. It's literally in a case. It's in my waterproof case right here next to me, because I was just going through footage for it last night. So, this is the new drone. That's it. So, I went from my big drone, my Phantom, which is in the other room, my fishing room. I went to the Mavic, which is this little guy right here. So, this little dude folds out into the drone. And that's what I film with now. So, the Mavic, so camera is in here. This little guy right here is an amazing piece of technology. So it folds up to a very small portable unit, which is about the size of the controller of my old drone. So that was reason number one that I upgraded to this drone. Reason number two is that I crashed my old drone and needed to get a new one. So I figured, why not go with a smaller, better drone? Also, the drone shots do help tell a story. So all my videos, I try to tell a story. That's why I don't talk a whole lot in the videos. It's mostly music, because I want people to feel the videos, experience the videos, and feel like they're actually there with me. That's why I call them actually experience videos. So once a month, I release an experience video, which is just my experience traveling somewhere and fishing somewhere awesome and enjoying the sport that I love. So the drone does help tell a story, because with a drone I can do overhead shots. You can see the area I'm fishing in, you can see the type of water, you can see the type of structure. I always fly the drone up when I go to a new body of water. I'll bring the drone with me whether I'm filming or not, and I'll fly it around the lake so I can see where I'm going. That way I can kind of plan my paddling course without having to waste a lot of energy paddling to areas that, you know, if I take my drone up and see the whole back half of the lake is only 2 foot deep the whole way, then I'm going to avoid that whole part of the lake and stay off to the drop-off instead. So the drone helps me not only map out lakes that I'm about to fish, but it also helps me show you guys the area that I'm fishing in, and also helps tell the story of what I'm doing in the journey it takes me to get to the water, and, you know, so on and so forth. There's still one shot that I haven't done yet in a drone that or 2 shots, sorry. 2 shots that I have not done with my drone yet that I am hoping to be able to accomplish next month when I'm down south, because I'll be filming for 4 or 5 days in a row, so I'm going to have plenty of opportunity to try to get this shot. But I have not got a shot, overhead shot, of me catching a fish on a drone. I'm usually the one flying the drone, so I can't put the drone over my head. It only has a 20-minute battery, and then hopefully catch a fish, and then land the drone, like catch the fish, unhook it, release it, get good footage of the drone without looking at the controller or controlling the drone, and then bring the drone back in and land it on my kayak. I mean, it's just not possible. And I don't have too many friends that are drone pilots, so it makes it very difficult. The second shot that I haven't got yet that I really want to get is, and it's super, super hard. I know very few guys who have gotten the shot without having like a complete film set up, like roads blocked off and everything. But I want to have the drone flying next to my car while I'm driving. So I have one buddy out of state who's done this. While he was on the freeway, he had the drone on follow me mode, which means the drone follows the controller. So if you put it on following mode, put the drone up to 200 feet, it's going to follow you and look right at the car the whole time, move at the same speed you're moving and everything. It's scary as heck to do, because obviously it could hit a bird, anything could happen. 2, it's not really legal to fly over a freeway, but I would fly next to it. Obviously I would do it legally. I'd fly next to the road. And 3, it's nearly impossible to do that and be able to strategically plan. It's just super hard. So there's 2 drone shots I have not gotten yet that I will attempt somehow to get this year. But the best lure for a bass fisherman. So it's actually a very common question. People just say it very vague, like, what's the best lure? And it's like, well, it depends what temperature water, it depends on what structure you're fishing, what water clarity, what the weather's doing. I mean, there's so many factors in picking the correct bait. But all I can say is I did a video way earlier this year called Search Baits. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on here on the channel. So the search bait video is pretty much the answer to that question, because if you want to throw a bait that you aren't familiar with, you're not really experienced with it, you want to throw search baits. Search baits are baits that you can search a lot of water with. It's not necessarily like a finesse is. So here's a pyramid. Just I like analogies. So here's a, you know what, even better. Oh, my pencil's gone. My pencil fell. So here's a pyramid. So let's say the fish is right here. This is the pinpointing the pyramid. So up here is where the surface of the water is. So on the surface of the water, you have this much room. Obviously, this is not to scale, but you have this much room that you're trying to search for the fish. As you get down to where the fish is, it comes into a triangle. So imagine a cone coming off of a fish. So if it's on the surface, then it'll be like this, obviously. So you got to cover this much water and then keep on working your way down until you pinpoint the fish. So when you pinpoint the fish, you can throw finesse baits and let it sit there and wiggle it, let them stare at it when you pinpoint where the fish are located. Until you pinpoint where the fish are located, then it's usually smart to start with a search bait so you can work that wider part of the triangle. That's where you get your wake baits, your square bills, your chatter baits, your spinner baits. I like using a shaky head sometimes to search the bottom. If I know the structure, if I can see the structure. If I know it's a smooth bottom or a rocky bottom, I'll use a shaky head, and, you know, I'll try a top water for the wake bait. I'll try a square bill. I'll try a chatter bait below that, or a swim bait, and then I'll try a shaky head in the bottom. Or I'll drag a lipless crankbait in the bottom, depending on the water clarity and so on and so forth. So when you finally hook up on a fish and you find out where that cone goes to, if it's at 6 foot deep with a crankbait, then you're like, all right, cool, 6 foot deep. I'm gonna find 7 foot of water, like a drop off that starts at 7 foot. I'm gonna fish 7 foot with a square bill crankbait, and I'll be right above the bottom. That's where the fish are sitting. So then that cone gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you can fine tune your baits once you find the fish. Until you find the fish, you use the search baits to find out what part of the water column they're in, whether it's top, shallow, mid-depth, deep, or bottom. Then you can fine-tune your baits. So if you find fish are only hitting on the bottom, then you know you're not going to be throwing top water, so you're throwing shaky heads, you're throwing Ned rigs, which is what I've been throwing for bottom all year, last year too. You got your shaky heads, your Ned rigs, your jigs, your square bills, or not square bills, your lipless. You can use a chatterbait like a jig. So there's a lot of things you can do once you find out what part of the water column they're in. So to answer your question, I would say go to the search bait video on my channel and try search baits, chatterbaits, squarebills, topwater, stuff like that. You can literally have a tray of 5 baits and be very effective on the water if you can locate the fish. So if you bring one topwater bait, one shallow depth bait, one mid depth bait, one deep water bait, and one bottom bait, you can effectively do pretty darn well any body of water you go to. The hard part is making sure that you have the right color for the structure, for the water clarity, for the sun, for the wind, for the rain, for anything that's going to happen. That's where the other colors come in. But if you know exactly where you're going, you know exactly what the structure is, you know exactly what the weather's going to be, you could potentially walk out of your house with 5 baits and be effective on the water. And I've done that, actually. I've stripped down my kayak to go in certain bodies of water where I can't bring my tackle crate with me, I can't bring my sonar pod with me, and I have to wing it, and I can only bring one tackle tray. I've done that, actually. Like if I travel, if I fly somewhere and I can't bring all of my fishing gear, I bring one tray. I make an assorted tray, and that one tray has to get me through the lake. And you can do it. You really can. Coffee is gone. So, that being said, Robert Townsend said, thanks, we'll definitely check it out. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I kind of ran the whole thing down just now, so I guess the search bait video isn't that much informative than what I just told you, but it's a good watch either way. And if it helps you out, make sure you comment on that video and share that video if it helps you out. If it doesn't help you out, shoot me some messages, and I'll be happy to do whatever I can to help you get some answers. So, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll get some thumbs ups and stuff going across the screen. Make sure you guys comment any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, anything on this video. If you want the next Coffee with Bassquatch to be about any certain topics, post them in the comments in this video, and I will make sure to include them in my video for next week. So make sure you go on the Bassquatch Facebook page, hit the thumbs up on that page. That way you can get notified when I start posting pictures of the raffle items that we're going to be giving away. There's going to be shirts, hats, baits, stickers, a bunch of stuff we're giving away. So make sure you hit the thumbs up on that. Type done on this video in the comment section once you are a subscriber to this channel and you've liked the Facebook page for Bassquatch, and then you'll be entered into the raffle for all the prizes for free. So, then just keep an eye on the Bassquatch page, on the Facebook page, and you'll see pictures being posted throughout the next couple days here of the different prizes that are given away, and then we'll do a live drawing either next week or the following week. We'll do a live drawing for the winners. It might be 2 weeks away because it all depends on how fast I get the prizes in and stuff, but other than that, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the support. Make sure you guys watch some videos on my channel right here and support the channel so I can keep on doing what I do. I need to hit 2,000 subscribers because it's a personal goal that I made. It's super, super hard to get subscribers on this and YouTube, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because people subscribe to everything so they get bombarded with updates or something, but I never send out any kind of advertisements or anything like that, so I won't send you spam or anything like that. If you subscribe to the channel, all you'll do is get notified when I go online live or when I post a new video. So you guys can subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome. I really, really, really want to hit my goal of 2,000 subscribers. Next year, I'm trying to make sure I hit 5,000, so let's get past the first barrier together and we'll keep on growing. So either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, guys. I really appreciate all the support that I always get, all the interaction from you guys, and even if 1 second of this video is helpful to one person, then what I did was very meaningful, which is all I care about. So either way, thank you guys for spending your morning with me. Hope you guys have a great day at work. If you're working, if you're not working, I hope you have a great day. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to be out fishing. I have a few buddies meeting me on the water tomorrow morning, so watch my Facebook for some pictures of some fish, hopefully. Definitely, I guarantee I'll catch some pike tomorrow because where we're fishing is infested with pike. So tomorrow, you'll see some toothy critters and pike pictures on my Facebook, and you'll also see some prizes being posted on the Bassquatch Facebook page. So thank you guys very much again, and I will see you guys on the water soon. Peace. Yes, stop streaming. It's still streaming. End video. End video.